So you're going to draw a diagonal first.
Okay.
Then you're going to come in from opposite corners and set the square to the diagonal.
Okay, so we only need one diagonal, right? We're not doing a center, so
one diagonal.
Come in and get the end of the ruler.
Yeah, leave room for the pencil line on the other side.
And so we're a little tiny bit short.
They're not going to be the same because the diagonal's off just slightly.
Okay, yeah, so I mean,
you're splitting the difference.
Okay,
it's really, really small.
Okay, so we're good there. Now we reach across, go all the way around, turn it back the other way. Okay, now I guess you got to connect the lines to make an octagon. That's the full-size octagon for the top of the leg.
So leave that square set, because when you bring these legs along the long edge,
I can use that as my rule.
There it is.
Like a marking gauge.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So actually, once you do that now,
okay.
So you're going to take those lines, use the octagon, use the rule that you set the octagon with, and you're going to go down to the taper line.
Okay. In this next little segment, Jeff and I started pointing at things that weren't on camera, but luckily I'm a fully trained hand model, so I've added a little supplement for you to make things a little more clear.
As a double check to make sure you've done this correctly, when you look at the width of this from the edge to the first layout line, from this edge to the layout line, and the width between the layout lines, the width on the outer...
The part you're cutting off, right?
The part you're cutting off is always going to look narrower than the part that you're leaving.
So he sent, you're talking about this distance across the corner should be the same as this face.
Right.
Which means that this edge is going to always be narrower than this edge.
But if these three look equal, then you know you're wrong.
Okay. You screwed up. Hey, I know you're busy and you probably don't have time to go looking for these videos on YouTube each week. So if you haven't already, go to jointeffort.net/YT and subscribe to my free newsletter. Every Friday afternoon, I'll send you a quick note with a link to my latest videos.
And if you're working on a pair of legs, once you set it to one leg, you should be able to use it on both legs.
So do you ever use the old finger gauge?
No, I don't use it.
You don't trust it. All right.
You've got that right there.
You're right.
You didn't have to set it to a number. You took the measurement off the part. You've got it right there. Why not use it?
There's no stupid questions here.
Now, you're going to flip that over and reveal the bottom,
which is plain at this point.
And you're going to draw an octagon on there. It's the same way. Draw a diagonal and draw a new octagon on this one.
Oh, that's perfect. Okay, so now we need our 12-inch, right? We can't use a gauge this time.
No. So now what you're going to do is you're going to carry these marks onto the face of the leg. So take those corners and pull them up to the face, and you're going to connect the facets from here to here.
Okay.
So you're drawing tapered facets.
And this is where I can tell how flat I got my surface. If this thing is rocking really bad.
Sandpaper on the back helps.
Oh, yeah, to make the line. It also helps to trace on the edge that has the least amount of wood left on it. As opposed to going on this side where you're like going to rock over.
Right. A great use of an old rule that you can buy at a flea market really cheap. Put sandpaper on the back.
What's the grit on that sandpaper, Jeff?
It's very systematic, one step to the next.
It certainly is. I mean, if you are careful and cut to your lines, you will succeed. And if you go a little slower, you're more likely to succeed if you're not sure,
Yeah.